Earlier this year, there was a story about how GOG, they were hiring somebody to work on porting GOG Galaxy to Linux. So it's currently running on Mac and Windows, and it has been for a very long time the most requested feature here on GOG.com that, on Galaxy, that they want to release it for Linux. Here we have it, most upvoted, in the beginning of the year. So they said that they would look a bit closer at Linux during the year, and then they had a job listing for a senior software engineer. And they said in the job opening, Linux is the next major frontier. And I made a video about it. Linux finally gets GOG Galaxy, and this was published in January. Since then, we haven't heard anything about the GOG Galaxy, like where is it? It seems progress is going quite slowly. But gaming on Linux, so they made an article here. So GOG confirmed they are working towards GOG Galaxy on Linux. So that was posted in July. So GOG previously said they plan to look closer at Linux, and it was the next major frontier, and they are now working towards GOG Galaxy on Linux. While GOG do support Linux from the web store, as they offer Linux downloads for games that support Linux, GOG Galaxy itself has been missing since its initial release. So that should change as we have some positive news on that. So they sent an email to them, and I got a reply. Linux continues to be one of the topics we hear the most about from our community. Yeah, I think that makes sense, since GOG is about the DRM-free stuff, and Linux seems to attract those sort of people who value digital freedom. So yeah, I think that makes sense. I think it's a bit weird that GOG haven't done this a long time ago. I think they could have stolen a lot of market share from Steam on Linux if they had been a bit more early with adopting Linux. But better later than never, I suppose. And they say, and we really appreciate the passion and patience to everyone who has been asking about it. Following the role we announced earlier this year, we now have the specialist on board and are actively exploring the best way to approach the Linux support for GOG Galaxy. This is a significant undertaking, so while we are not ready to share any specific plans, timelines, or results just yet, it's very much an area we are investing time and effort into. We are excited about the possibilities and will be happy to share more when the time is right. And they say here on Gaming on Linux, hopefully it won't take too long. Yeah, I suppose it confirms they're still working on it, but it seems to be progressing quite slowly. If they're still actively exploring the best way to approach Linux support, so it doesn't seem like they have started it yet. But then we have a Heroic Games launcher, so it supports Epic, GOG, and Amazon games. So yeah, this is a launcher, and you can log in to all these services, and it's free and open source and supports all these platforms. So I guess maybe we don't need to wait for GOG Galaxy, even though it would be nice to have official support, and I think that would make it a step up for GOG, more embrace Linux more, instead of now people need to use some third-party application. And this with the Heroic Games launcher, they continue to release updates. So this was just a couple of days ago. So version 2.22, so it brings Proton, CachyOS, controller improvements, and more to come. Yeah, so this is actively being worked on, and they continue to release features. So if you don't want to wait until you're dead for GOG Galaxy, you can go and download Heroic Games launcher instead. Looking here at GOG with their requested features, so they want it to be released, and you can see here it's daily. It's a lot of comments about people who want it to different operating systems. Bit interesting to see that CachyOS is so popular. I didn't know there were so many gamers on it, but yeah, interesting to see.